Well, good morning everybody. I'm at Manchester Airport's Terminal 3 today because we're going to be taking a flight with Ryanair over to Oslo. Except we're not going to be going to Oslo. If you stick around with me, I'll show you what I mean by that. But I need to go and get airside, so I'll pick you guys up when I get through security. I will be taking one of those. Right, we're now airside. It's a gorgeous morning, beautiful day for flying. Yeah, so as mentioned, we're flying today with Ryanair over to Oslo, kind of. So the thing with that is everybody knows Ryanair are quite well known for selling you a destination, but it's actually hundreds of miles away. In this case today, it's about 86 miles from the centre of Oslo where we're actually going. But other examples in case of Ryanair, Frankfurt Hahn, Stockholm Västerås, Paris Bouvet, that's quite a common one. So yeah, so today we are going to Ryanair's Oslo, the destination that Ryanair advertises as Oslo, but it's actually a 2-hour drive away from Oslo. Ooh. Some aircraft movement behind me. So yeah, so we're going to get on the plane soon. I'm not sure if it's arrived yet. And yes, we'll go and enjoy ourselves in Ryanair's Oslo. Yes, so as I mentioned, the place we're actually going to obviously isn't Oslo, it's where Ryanair advertise as Oslo. A couple of quick facts about it. As I mentioned, it's a 1 hour and 50-minute drive directly from the airport we're going to and the dead centre of Oslo. It's 86 miles or 123 kilometres away. And that doesn't exactly scream Oslo to me, does it? It's practically in Sweden, that. I mean, it may as well be in the UK. It takes the flight from here to Oslo is actually shorter. This is the problem with recording in an airport, but you know, what can you do? We live and we learn. But yeah, the flight from here over to Oslo is actually shorter than the drive it would take to go from Oslo, Ryanair, to actual Oslo. But I won't reveal the exact place where Ryanair advertise Oslo is. I'll keep you in suspense for that. That's how you get your engagement, you see. One thing I won't ever understand is the nature of people queuing up for a plane that's actually still in the sky. I mean, each to their own. I prefer to sit down on a nice comfy seat. Right, my flight is now ready to board and there's no longer a queue of people, so let's go and get on board. Rubbish left on my seat. So I just boarded the plane, got to my seat, and there's a whole cup full of rubbish just on there. That's not very good at all. Anyway, we're fully boarded now, so we should be off to Oslo very soon. ladies and gentlemen. We are finally at Ryanair Oslo, although I won't hide it from you anymore. As you can see, its actual name is Oslo Torp Sandefjord International Airport. We are currently over 100 kilometres from Oslo. However, we're only around 5 kilometres from the nearest town, which is Sandefjord. Now, by all means, that is my way of saying that Sandefjord is officially Ryanair's Oslo. Annoyingly, the only way to get there is by the train from here, which is a bit annoying because it's about a 2-minute train ride. However, to get there, I have to take a shuttle bus from here to the train station and then get the train. The train isn't for an hour. So I've got an hour here, and I have to say, it's a lovely day. In fact, the flight was quite alright as well, very comfortable. We actually landed around 15 minutes early in the end. The only issue really with the flight was the fact that there was that bit of rubbish left on my seat. There's some man moving a digger there. That's been the constant theme of this video, I think. I've been trying to speak, and everything's been doing its power to make me quiet. Since I've got an hour, I might actually have a walk down to the train station. I think it's about a 30-minute walk, so that's a good way of passing some time. And then we'll be able to finally explore Ryanair's Oslo, or as you now know it, Sandefjord. I'm just walking through the car park, and just randomly in the corner of the car park there's this kind of like viewing area of the whole airport, which is quite nice. So, it means I've got about 50 minutes to kill until the train, and it's only a 20-minute walk to the train station. I might stick around and just watch the flight just come in on and take off. The wind's doing a very good job of trying to knock my camera over here. And I don't actually know how much you're going to be able to hear of me because it probably just sounds like that's all again. But it's a lovely day. Yes, it's windy, but it's about 15 degrees, so by Norwegian standards, it's practically summer. I should have brought my shorts. Here we are in Sandefjord, or Oslo Ryanair. Now that train took the best part of 2 minutes. In fact, the journey was that fast, the conductor never managed to get to me in time. So I've ended up getting that for free. We take those. Now I don't really have much planned here. I'm just going to kind of wander around and see what Ryanair's interpretation of Oslo does have to offer. But I do have one plan. I am going to give you all a surprise. I'm going to take you all on a trip to the #1 top-rated attraction that Sandefjord has to offer on TripAdvisor. Do you want to know what that is? Once again, I'll keep you in suspense because that's how we keep the engagement up. But trust me, it's a treat. So now I'm going to go that way and then walk somewhere that way, I believe. I think that's the way into the main town. I'll see what this place has to offer. It already looks quite nice. There's some monument up here on this hill. Whatever it's for, I'm not quite sure. See, you're a poet and you don't know it. Right, let's go and have a wander into Sandefjord, or Oslo Ryanair Sandefjord. Well, I've just been having a slight walk around. I've just come across this quite nice little cemetery with what looks like a traditionally styled church. And then just opposite is this quite magnificent looking thing. It would look better if there wasn't the construction malarkey going on, mind, but that's quite a nice little building, isn't it? Beautiful little church. Wonder what else is here. Slightly windy. There you go, there's your proof. Well, I must say, first impressions of Sandefjord is it's quite a nice little town. It is very traditionally Scandinavian. That's not a thing. Scandinavian and quite pretty, actually. Some lovely buildings. Yes. This looks like the kind of the main strip. And I think if I keep heading in this direction, I'll get to the seaside. There's no beaches. And I'm definitely not going for a swim. I was just going to film a little play park just there, but I think that's actually a school. I don't think it's best to film a school. Well, here we are down by the harbour, I believe. This is quite nice, isn't it? I think this thing here is where you get the ferry from Sandefjord over to Sweden. I'm not quite sure where in Sweden. Oh, look at this. This is lovely, isn't it? I mean, the weather's definitely making it nicer, but yeah, this is beautiful actually. Very nice. I think I'm just going to have a walk around here for a bit. It's a very small town, Sandefjord, but it sure is pretty. The wind isn't doing my hair any justice, man, but yeah, if you ever do fly into Ryanair's Oslo, I'd recommend coming in here for an hour or two. There's only one stop down on the train, and you can get the train an hour and a half or so later back up to Oslo. It's not massively out of the way. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, so I'm going to continue having a bit of a walk along the harbour back up the way I just came from now. And I'm going to start heading towards Sandefjord's main attraction. Get your thinking caps on. What do you think it could be? Well, you'll find out in about 5 seconds. It's about a 10-minute walk for me, but that's the power of editing. And now just in front of me here is finally the thing I've been keeping in suspense from you all of this time. Sandefjord's #1 attraction according to TripAdvisor. Have you guessed what it is yet? It's a museum, specifically the Museum of Sandefjord, and I think it's more to do with the history of the whaling around here. So let's go in and have a look, shall we? I do not like them one bit. Well, that was the Sandefjord Museum. Not bad actually. It cost just over £7 to go in. And it's got some great exhibits on the local wildlife and the history into the whaling culture around here and like the local area. Yeah, so I don't think there's that much more left to show you in Ryanair's Oslo. I am going to, however, go somewhere up here, because I think from here I'm going to be able to get a beautiful view of the bay that we saw earlier, and I think that's where we're going to end the video. So, let's get going. I'm so unfit. Oh, it goes on for miles. This is ridiculous. And finally, we have made it to, I guess, the top of Sandefjord. Look at that. Oh, that's alright, isn't it? Got the Norwegian flag flying high. So yeah, I think this is as good a place as any to end this video. In the wind, which is always a good thing. So yeah, this is the first time I've ever tried making a video like this. So if you have, for whatever reason, stuck around this long, firstly, thank you very much. It's very appreciated. It'd be amazing if you would leave a like or something. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done this before. Yeah, any feedback might be appreciated. If it's good feedback, that is. So yeah, thank you very much if you have stayed around this long for joining me to Ryanair's Oslo. And thank you for sticking with me as I wander around and talk a load of nonsense in Sandefjord.